Do we have backup equipment, backup procedures, etc.? When booking the boutique team, one thing you can be assured of is a quality professional service. So we use the latest equipment, and obviously we have pretty much backups of everything. So if a camera was to pack, you know, that's one thing with us you do not have to worry about. One question you need to make sure you ask your photographer is, does their camera, okay, especially video as well, does their camera have 2 memory card slots and have 2 memory cards in it? So the most major, obviously, problem you could have, all right, that could go wrong at your wedding is for the memory card in the camera to fail. Now that could happen, I'm gonna say touch wood, whoo, do you know what, I've never had a card fail whatsoever, and I've been doing this for years, but I do hear stories about it happening. And again, I've heard it at weddings, like people in a panic because they've shot the whole day wedding and then the cards failed, they can't get the stuff. You've lost absolutely everything, and obviously that is your worst case scenario nightmare. This is why all professional grade cameras, all modern professional grade cameras your professional will be using, have 2 memory cards in there, so everything is recorded twice. Okay, so if that was to happen, you've always got the second card as a backup. So the chances, so it's a rare occurrence, but you know, if it happens, you've lost everything. They've only got 1 card. With the 2 cards, you've always got that backup. This is why when you're booking, I get it, I totally get it. Sometimes it's, you know, budget restrictions, etc. You end up booking a part-time photographer or someone who's learning or something like that. Is you know, yeah, you're saving yourself a few quid maybe, but well, you've got to make sure they've got, you know, 2 cards in that camera, because if they're using a camera, to be honest, that's only got 1 card, you know, that's a big red flag. It's a big red flag, and you are literally, the chances of it happening are slim, but you're literally gambling, losing everything. You imagine you have to your whole wedding day that your photographer contacts you and says, I've had a problem with the card, and then it's not totally his fault, is it, if the card fails? But it is totally his fault, because he should have 2 cards. So that is a question you really need to make sure you ask before you actually confirm a booking with a photographer. Do they have 2 cards in their camera? Also, what would happen if, you know, I was to fall ill or my video guy was to fall ill? As we're a team, there's 2 photographers, me and Chris do the photos, so if Chris wasn't busy, he can do it. But even if, for instance, me or my video guys fell ill or something like that, basically we've got a nice little network of professional photographers and videographers, okay, for exactly this moment. I personally have actually, I think twice stood in for another photographer. Both times actually their wives were having babies. So then I went and covered the wedding for them, and then I deliver the photos for them, and then they edit them and give them to their couple. I even created, in the COVID times, obviously you can imagine at COVID times, right? So I created my own little private Facebook group, because again, if I did have to send someone to your wedding, it's only going to be out of a certain pool of people with the quality who I trust to do your wedding. But the good thing is, you know, it wouldn't be a case of on your wedding day, you get a phone call, oh look, I really can't make it, you know, I've just had an accident, broke my leg, can't come to your wedding, right? And then you're left ringing round that morning trying to get yourself another photographer. Worst case scenario, you know, we would send another photographer to cover your day, and then they would capture your day. And if this was to happen, and then, as you say, the other photographer comes and shoots your wedding, they would obviously send us all the photos. Now the good thing as well is I would still then edit everything. Okay, so I edit all the photos, you know, it's me and Chris do the photos, I edit everything. That gives us that boutique styling and that cinematic feel, okay? So even if someone else has captured your wedding, I'm still going to edit all the photos, and you're still going to get that final boutique finish. Experience and a professional service is definitely what you're going to get from us at Boutique. I've been doing this over 15 years. The team's been together over 12 years, okay? When it comes to the Boutique team, you are in safe hands. Don't forget to catch the whole series of frequently asked questions. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll also see loads of our latest films coming out on there, so you keep up to date with what we're doing. Thanks for watching. You have a wonderful and blessed day.